actually, what I can do is take all this paper off now. I'm going to take all this paper off and the plastic off, because when I paint, I don't want this up because it could have a little dust and debris. If I'm taking it off, I'd have to wait for it, when I'm painting to dry. So I want to have a clean surface. Then I have to paint that whole line up on the edge here.
Right. Yeah.
I want to paint that whole line. Then I have the ceiling paint. I can cut that in first, then cut the wall in last. So I want to have a clean surface. I want to see what I'm up against. So I'm going to take that all off.
Oh, so if you're painting the ceiling and a wall, you want to do the ceilings first.
Yeah, then cut the wall in.
Then cut the wall in. And around the windows and stuff, you're going to have to caulk that. And my question would be, when do you actually do your caulking? Do you caulk it first and then do your painting, or do you do your painting first and then caulk it in with the tight line?
Usually, if I'm using white caulking and I'm painting the edge a different color, say like a beige, I'll caulk it first and then I'll cut the line in with a nice brush. So it depends on sometimes how much I need to caulk too. If it's a real thin bead, I'll do it with a final.
Right.
And if it's a wider area to caulk, then I'll do that first. Because you don't want that wide caulking to show on your paint line.
Yeah.
But sometimes,
well, and then it might show on your window frame too.
It might show.
If you do it too thick.
Exactly.
All right.
So that's kind of the scenario on that. So this can come off, and we can check to make sure we got a clean surface here.
Yeah, this is just part of the job, and plus it makes it since you're not painting right this minute, the people can still use their place.
We want to clean up and make no trace we were here today, because we're going to come back and do a whole different process on it.
Yeah.
With the paint.
And even if you weren't, it just, as you said, it wouldn't make sense to leave all this stuff up. You can't get any straight cut-in lines or anything, or see any imperfections, caulking, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
So
cleanup begins here.
It's a pretty clean little area here. We got our stuff ready to go here. We got areas here that we need to wipe off here and there and make sure we've got everything clean. I think we got a good look up there, and what you did to smooth that off before we textured it came out quite nice.
Yeah, good.
Basically, you want to have the walls all prepared before you texture, because you don't want to see a big divot in the wall after you've done it.
Oops.
Turn it off. So, I mean that's the key to redoing a wall, is make sure you get it all good and smooth. Like up there at the cabin, the guy that did that.
Oh, I know.
I wouldn't have paid him until he got it done right.
He didn't do enough on the seams. He should have put another coat and even a tight skim coat after that.
Yeah.
It was like he was in a rush. And then a thin spray texture, and then they spray it, and then they painted it semi-gloss, and it shows everything.
Everything. Now you could remedy it by doing a flat or an eggshell, but it still would stand out.
Even then, I could point out exactly where the lines were.
Yeah.
Where the tape seams.
Once you see it, once the customer sees that, you're always going to see it.
Oh yeah.
If you fixed it before you saw it, then you wouldn't be looking up there anyway.
Yep.
So to me, it was like.
Yeah, he had something else to do that day, I guess.
I said I wouldn't settle for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for me to fix it.
You can't. If somebody doesn't do good work, you can't feel bad about telling them, "Hey, I don't like it."
Yeah.
If you're going to be paying for it, you're going to be the one looking at it.
Yeah.
If you can see it, the idea is you don't see that stuff when you get done.
Yeah. And that's the finished work of an aspect of a job, you know?
Yep.
I mean, you don't want to do that. So basically, we're just kind of unwrapping, trying to keep everything together here in one pile, so we can make sure everything's wiped off here and clean. Wonder if they're going to do granite on the wrap it over here.
I don't know.
My desk at home, the guy said, "Hey, I got a granite piece backing. You just do your desk." I thought that was cool.
He was going to do what?
Well, my desk was separate from the counters.
Yeah.
You know? Off to one side. I don't know if you remember, but I said, "Hey, could you do this desk too? Put a piece of granite on the desk and then overlap it on the windowsill."
Oh.
So it kind of tied in the whole room.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, "Oh, yeah, we can do that." So that was cool. Nice guy. Local Orangeville guy. And then down here on the bottom, there's some water stains that got on this.
Did you
know
see
what happened? This was out in the garage after I painted it, and I guess it got, I don't know how it got wet, but this is MDF, so it'll pick up a stain. So, well, maybe that was the other stuff we had that I got to paint that.
You know, there was some that never got painted.
Oh, maybe.
Because they had some underneath their car.
Oh, yeah.
And it got, something happened to it, and the guy couldn't use it. And so
he had to use new.
he brought some other stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. What happened? That's what it was.
But if it's got a mark like that, you're going to have to put some sort of
definitely have to prime
stain blocker.
Kill this, yeah, stain blocker.
On that baseboard.
And then take this baseboard and caulk it too.
Yeah.
Along the top line.
Yeah, because I noticed he didn't caulk that. But you're going to caulk that before you paint, right?
Before I paint, I'll caulk that, make sure everything's sealed off.
Right.
Along here where the wallpaper was. Because I think didn't he have this in here before?
Yes.
You got to work to tear it off, right?
Yes, I had to score that.
Yeah. Yeah, he got
all the wallpaper.
He didn't want to come back to do just that, so he went ahead and put it on.
Yeah.
Before he had a chance to remove the paper. So a little bit of a process to get it off. Huh?
Yep.